Greetings, true believers, Joel Pal, Spider-Man. Hey guys, KJ here. Well, it's bright and early. I just dropped off the kids yesterday at their mother's house. I had them for 2 weeks. So now it's back to work. So got up early and worked out, and now get ready for a shave. So today I'm using the Cherry City Shave Products Bay Rum Soap, which was one of the samples that Chad gave me in the Piff box. It's a pretty good smelling bay rum. Kind of a little bit spicy, but a little bit sweet. So, sounds like it should be pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and, I didn't pre-soak a brush, so I'm going to use the Cadre Synthetic, made by Eric Sorrentino. So we had a pretty good time with the kids, took them to the lake, went out to a couple movies. We saw, what did we see? I forget. Well, we saw Incredibles 2 and we saw Jurassic World, but I think that was last time. I forget what we saw. But I'll see him again in a couple weeks. And then, next time I see him will be a couple of days after my daughter's 16th birthday. So, we just went out shopping and got her a whole bunch of stuff this weekend. She wanted to make a bunch of changes to her room and get a new bed set and stuff, so we just went out shopping for that today. So next weekend we'll finish up her room and go out and celebrate. So this lather's, it's building pretty good. Looks like it's gonna be a pretty good shave. So, yesterday, I got together with DM Shaver, David from Kansas City, and we discussed plans for a meetup in October. So we've got a space that he was able to secure for us. And so now we're going to start planning that, which that's going to be a really good time. I know we got a lot of wet shavers in the Kansas City area. I just kind of need to bring them together. But it's a great meeting, David. Always good to meet a fellow wet shaver, and especially somebody that you know on the forums, and good to put a name with the face, or a face with a username as it is. This soap is looking outstanding. Very thick. The scent is still really good through the lather. The scent didn't diminish at all. So again, this will be my last shave with the Rockwell. This is plate 4. Yep, plate 4. So we're going to see how this one goes, and then once I'm done with this, I'll give you my final thoughts on the Rockwell. And then tomorrow, I'll be using the Timeless. I know, you're just waiting for this to drop off, aren't you? But when you got a good lather that just holds, there's no worry about it falling off. So initially, residual slickness isn't there, at least without the addition of water. So we'll check that, get some water on there, and now it feels pretty good. All right. So it's kind of starting to dry out a little bit after the pass, but a little bit of water brought it back. Had some good residual. I'm really digging the scent. Like, I like bay rum aftershaves, but never been big on bay rum soaps. But this is a good bay rum soap. Yeah, so definitely I think the 4 for me was the most efficient plate. It's probably, if I were to buy this razor, it's probably the one that I would use most of the time, but as Dave said that he also chose the 4, but then eventually moved up to the 5, so it's possible that with use and familiarity with the razor, I could also move up to a 5. I think that was probably the best shave I've gotten so far with this razor, which kind of makes me want to use it one more time with the 5 tomorrow, just to see. Wow, that was a quick under 10-minute shave. Two passes plus touch up. Not bad. So my final thoughts on the razor. It's probably not one that I would go out and buy right now. I don't think the shaves are any better or any more comfortable than what I'm getting with my Merkur HD. The stainless version, which is what I have to test out, runs about $100. The chrome version is like $50. I do really like the look and the aesthetics of the stainless version. And if I were to buy one, I would probably splurge for that rather than get the chrome, which is the chrome plated Zamac head. But for me right now, I just don't think it shaves any better than what I currently use. So it's not something that I would necessarily add to my stable at this point, unless I found one for a good deal. Now, if I was a new wet shaver and I was looking for a razor, or especially a razor system, something that had some adjustability to it with the different plates, and especially if I wasn't interested in vintage razors at all. I know some people have issues with vintage razors, whether it's germs or quality or whatnot. They'd rather have a modern razor, and that's fine. I would recommend it to somebody who was new, who was looking for a razor. If they wanted to get something that was going to be a decent price and a good starter razor, I think a Rockwell is a great choice. I don't know how, if the chrome version shaves any differently. I heard a couple people say something about with the chrome plated head, it does shave a little bit smoother, maybe just because of the smooth head, but I really like the kind of matte finish on this razor. So I got the sample of Humphrey's Alcohol Auto Maravilla, which had the bay rum in it, and I diluted it 50-50 with Humphrey's regular witch hazel. So still got probably just enough bay rum scent in it, and the menthol is way more subdued. So I'm actually digging that watered down like that. So it's probably 1-to-1, if maybe 1.5 witch hazel to 1. I just used an old Spike bottle. So that'll make my sample from Dave last a bit longer. And my face isn't as sticky as it was last time. I might actually dilute this just a hair more. I don't know if maybe 2-to-1 is the right ratio, but that's pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead, since I'm all about the bay rums today, going to use my Bootlegger's bay rum to finish off. I think this is a good scent pairing for the Cherry City Bay Rum soap, as far as a comparable bay rum aftershave. I would say that probably either the Bootleggers or Captain's Choice would be some of your best options to pair directly with it. I mean, any bay rum is going to go with it, obviously, Superior 70 or whatever you got, but I think as far as a 1-to-1 scent, the Bootleggers or the Captain's Choice would probably be right about there. They're not going to be as sweet as the Cherry City is. So maybe if you want the more sweeter side, then go with your Superior 70. The Bootleggers is definitely a little bit spicier. It's got some Pinot Virgin Island Bay rum in it, so it's got a little bit of burn, but it's manageable because it's tempered by the Superior 70 and the Masters, which is really sweet. So yeah, all in all, pretty good shave. Still debating on going back to the Rockwell one more time. I think I might want to do one more shave and try the 5 just one more time just to see. Now that I feel like I got a pretty good shave with the pass or touch-up pass. I gotta say I'm pretty well BBS. I think that actually was probably the best shave I've had with that razor, and maybe slightly better than what I'm getting from my normal razors, but probably not enough better to warrant spending the money on it. But I've also got a couple more razors to try out. I got the Timeless, and then I'll be trying out the Carve. So we'll see if those are any better, any closer to what I'm maybe looking for. So thanks, Dave, for letting me try it, and I think I am going to do one more shave. So one more shave tomorrow with the Rockwell, and then we'll get to the Timeless. Check us out, www.theshavingcadre.com. Look me up, I'm Spider, and we'll see you guys on the forums. Bye.